What's up, easy bakers? So we're going to be making some nice apple butter today. This is so good on toast, biscuits, whatever it is you want it, honey. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Daphne Freeman so you get all the behind the scenes. And if you want to be a gang, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So let's jump into this video. So as you guys can see, I started with almost 4.5 pounds of apples. That's going to kind of cook down quite a bit. And one of the apples that I like to use, because it is fall time, we have so many apples, and I take the apples that are a little abused or not the prettiest. You know how you have kids and they be like, I don't want that apple, it's brown, it's a little, you know what I'm saying, instead of just girl. So I'm like, you know what, when your kids are being a little picky about the apples, make yourself some apple butter. Use your apples to cook with, just like your bananas. We don't throw away food, boo-boo. We bake with this. So I'm using two different type of apples. I'm using Honeycrisp because Honeycrisp are my favorite apples, as well as some Gala. I don't know how to say it. You can pronounce it better than me. That's your business. Don't come for me, girl. But yeah, and I'm going to just take my little potato peeler. Hopefully your potato peeler is better than mine. And I'm just going to peel the skin off of all of my apples, and I'm going to take the core out of the apple. What I use to take the core out is this little core apple cutter. I got this for like $5 5 years ago. That's why it's like taking forever too. It took me about 15 minutes to take the skin off all of these apples, as well as to decor them. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take a knife and just cut them up in bite-sized pieces and stick them into my crock pot. One of the best recipes, in my opinion, is something that you can throw in a slow cooker, baby, and go on about your life. I think that is the best thing since sliced bread is a slow cooker. Now, I made a mistake with this. I used the little slow cooker bags that I'm going to show you guys in a moment. That will not work for this. I tried to help myself with the cleanup process, but the plastic ended up sticking to the side of the sleeve to the crock pot, and honey, yeah, that wasn't a good look. So if you have this, do not use it for this recipe, okay? Now I'm looking at all of my apples, and I'm just making sure that I don't have any seeds left in it or any of the core, because as you guys saw earlier, my apple cutter was not the best quality because I got it so long ago. But yeah, now we're just gonna put this in our slow cooker, and we're going to set it on high, and we're going to let this cook with the lid on for about 3 to 4 hours on high. Once we are going to stir it occasionally, but you're just going to let that cook down for about 3 to 4 hours. Go on about your life and come back to it, honey. So you guys, it's been about 3.5 hours, and when I looked into my apples, I see that they are very soft. So I'm gonna take my potato masher. If you have a handheld hand immerser, or whatever it is, you can definitely use this, or you can just take the apples out and put them in a blender if that's your stilo too. But baby, I'm not gonna go buy anything else. I'm tired. I'm about to take this handheld masher and go to work just like your grandmama them did before all of that fancy stuff came out. Your grandma ain't have no handheld immersion. She sure didn't. She used that potato masher, and she probably made her own potato masher. We need to go back to the old school styles, baby. But anyways, then I saw that I had a seed in there, and I'm like, oh no, we don't want any seeds. So I just scooped that out with a spoon. Now I'm going to add my spices. I'm using 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, 1/4 cup of regular sugar. I'm also going to be adding a pinch of clove, and if you don't want to do a pinch, I technically use like 1/8 teaspoon of that, as well. The same measurements with the nutmeg. So all of my spice ingredients will be linked in the description box for you guys for your convenience. And like I tell you with everything, please taste your food. please taste your food. And I also use cinnamon sticks, but if you do not have cinnamon sticks or you cannot find them because it is close to the holidays, I'm going to put what you can use for your ground cinnamon as well. So definitely check the description box for this. Now I'm going to just go ahead and give that a nice good stir, and I am going to taste just to make sure that the taste is what I like for it to be. So now that you done stirred it around, you're gonna put your lid back on, put that crock pot on low, and let that baby cook for another 2 to 3 hours. And once it do that, it's gonna be looking like a little something like this. Gonna be looking like a little something like this. Now you have homemade applesauce. This is homemade applesauce. So if you guys do not want your children to be eating the store-bought applesauce because you don't know what they have in it, baby, make yourself some homemade applesauce. Who say you can't make yourself some homemade applesauce? Instead of paying $3.44 for that moat applesauce, boo-boo, you better make your own. So what I'm doing now is I'm just giving it a nice good stir. I'm going to cover it again and let this cook on low for another 3 to 4 hours, stirring it occasionally. Okay. So 3 hours later, I am turning my crock pot on high, and I'm going to remove the lid, and I'm going to let all of the juices kind of steep out of it. But before I do that, y'all see this Davian getting him some applesauce. Getting him some applesauce. So I'm going to let all of that juice kind of get out of it until it's not falling off my spoon anymore. That's how I know it's done. So I'm going to remove the lid, or if you don't want to remove the lid, you can just like put the lid on where there's some, do not cover it entirely, just like cover it a little bit, and so it can just, all that juice can really evaporate. You see what I'm doing right there? So that's really what you want to do. And yep, you're gonna do that until it sticks to your spoon, just like this. You see how it's stuck to my spoon? It's stuck to my spoon. But there you guys go. This is your apple butter, you guys. I put them in my mason jars because I just think it is just too cute. And that's just what I do. If you guys want to know how you can beans to save for months at a time, or you could just stick it in your refrigerator and this will last you a few weeks. If you want me to show you how to can it so you can give it to your neighbors, then your girl got you. Just leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate you. Girl, it was so good. I said, forget, I'm gonna eat this whole thing. But I would definitely talk to you guys on my next video.